Coach. 77-65 win over Nelson in the NAIA second round. We'll start with your general thoughts.
Oh, man. Really good job by our guys, man. Nelson is a good team, man. They're balanced. Coach Deal does a great job. To me, he's one of the better coaches in the country. They run some good sets. They defend. They got, to me, they have a player in CJ, number 2, who's a pro. Got good. Talking about a senior-led team. Man, it's a great job by our guys of being able to withstand their punches, and be able to kind of dictate the tempo and dictate the pace in the game. If you watched us play, then you probably realize that was probably the slowest that we've played since I've been here. But at this time of the year, man, it's about doing what it takes to win. You can't be stubborn at this time of the year. You can't be prideful. You got to do whatever it is to take to win the game.
Well, it was like 7-8 minutes when you started slowing it down, wait until the last 10-15 on the shot clock. All I could think about was your high school days when people would come out there in the zone and you just sit out there and sit a whole quarter holding it in your hands, right? But that's a tough mindset for the guys that only have 10-15 seconds to go with the shot clock. Kind of what was the talk of that in the huddle and kind of the plan with that?
It was just about taking – I mean, we have I think at that time we had maybe like a 9 to 11-point lead. So it's about taking possessions away from Nelson. They don't need a long time. They need all of about 2 to 3 minutes to really to start seeing that ball go through the rim. I think yesterday they made 14 threes, 10 in the first half. So it was really about taking possessions away from them. And it's scary doing that because sometimes it could break your momentum. But I just trust our players, man. Every challenge that Coach Dwayne and Coach Alyssa and myself has thrown at them, man, they've taken it.
EJ, so there was a great story that came out yesterday about the Port Allen boys and the great run you guys have had, but you've played in a lot of big games over the last 6-7 years. What is that? How has all those experiences help you be prepared for these big experiences and big close games here?
Oh, I think these experiences that I've been through, I think it helped me a lot. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I couldn't do none of those experiences by myself without my teammates. All the teammates I done had in the past and to now, they didn't all help me to get to the points where I am and kept me confident and kept me going through what I'm going through right now.
Coach, I got to ask, big hockey fan, through the Stanley Cup playoffs, there's an old tradition that you don't touch anything other than Lord Stanley's Cup. I heard you touched that one when it came in.
Yeah.
You said you're not superstitious. Just want to talk to me a little bit about that.
I'm not superstitious, man. I don't. I do I trust God, man. Now I don't look at some stuff as superstitious. I always quote the Bible verse of the power of life and death is in the tongue. As much is in the tongue and is also in your hands. And God is great, man. You have to see it first. And then once you see it, you can go get it. Well, when Tyler got this trophy, I asked him, I just had to come touch it. It's just, I don't look at it as a superstition, but I needed to see it. When I touch it, I want to be able to envision us taking a picture with it. I touched this board too. I got to be able to touch it. I pray that when we get to Kansas City, they got that banner somewhere. I just want to go touch it. Now that don't mean we going to get it, but I just, it's just something that I do. I don't call it superstition. No.
For both of you, you've enjoyed 2 home games now at the Fort in the first and second round, going to a completely neutral site in Kansas City, bigger arena. What's the expectation going in there to try to keep the focus, the confidence, and the momentum as you head forward into the final site?
I think the expectation going in is to win. I mean, we done played in the D1s like Lamar, La Tech, and we played in the Coliseum for the conference tournament, won 3 games there. So I don't think the arena going to be a big part into it. I think just focusing on the scouting report and locking in.
That's why you go play. That's why you go play the La Techs. That's why you go play the Lamars. You get a chance. I love it that we get a chance to play at the Coliseum because now for us that'll be game 6 in that kind of environment. For some teams, that'll be their first, run at being in that kind of gym and that kind of environment. And, coaches try to shy away from it, but that it plays a part, So we're going to take advantage of the shoot-around times that we're going to get. for sure. But you know, our guys are prepared, man. It's mental, and like I stated just a few minutes ago, every challenge that we put in front of them, they've taken it on, man, and actually accepted it.
And take some time to enjoy this the next day or so, and tomorrow we'll kind of find out where we are moving forward, what day we're playing. But we didn't know who we're playing, and this year's kind of been a little bit of a revenge tour. And Nelson beat us pretty good last year, and we got them tonight. But you're going to be facing a tough opponent in Bethel. Kind of what are your quick general thoughts on that?
Man, Bethel's a good team, man. Coach does a great job. Offensively, they're going to execute. They're going to have guys that can make open shot. They're going to put pressure on the paint. So we got to be locked in, man. You know, Bethel was a team that they ended our season last season. You know, so we understand the things that's at stake. You know, there's no added pressure, but you know, there's some focus that's there, you know, for that game and moving forward. You know, we know from this point on, you're playing good teams. Stillman was a good team. Nelson was a good team. You got to be ready to play now, and it's do or die. You know, nobody wants their season to end. You have seniors that it's their last chance to ever playing for meaning something. So you got to be ready to go.